I love when a show starts with a laugh because you guys never know what we were talking about. This is Coffee with Closers. This show is for homeowners. All you need to know in 10 minutes in the time it takes you to drink a cup of coffee. And today, my name is Rick Janson, your host. I'm here with Lori and Cameron Corken. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and why people should listen for the next 9.5 minutes.
We are Corken Company Real Estate Group, providing real estate solutions without limits across the Denver metro area. I think homeowners all should listen to this because hopefully we'll give you some quick tips and tricks to make sure that your house sells in this current market.
Absolutely. So we're recording this, no matter when you listen, we're recording this end of July 2022. Interest rates have been spiking. Inventory has been shifting. What are you seeing boots on the ground in DTC, Colorado? What are you seeing boots on the ground happen in the market?
Yeah, well, right now, stats-wise, you're seeing about 30% of houses seeing a price decrease, and about 15% of them have a contract fall out at some point during their life cycle of being on the market. So when we go to list a new house, what we're really looking at is how do we price this correctly so we can avoid those fallouts, those price decreases, and really hit the market strong.
I think the homeowner has to know the days of rape and pillage are gone. So if you want to sell your house now, reality has set in.
Absolutely. So it used to be you'd price out a home, you'd model it out, and let's say the home modeled out at 550. Mm-hmm. You could go to market at where would you go to market in March versus where you go to market now?
Well, if you have the value back in March, you're able to probably sneak that number up a little bit to the 560s and see if you're able to get into a bidding war type of situation. But realistically, right now, if your home value's at a 550, around a 550 number is still the best way to do it. Strategically, a 549,999 will get you a better audience than a 550 number, as we all know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So how are you marketing homes differently, or are you marketing homes differently now that there's not necessarily the same intensity of buyer demand?
Yeah, Laura?
Features of the home and the location, and like staging the house and preparing the house to market. And we have the luxury of everybody is different. If you need a video with a drone and Cameron needs just pictures, we'll do it. We can accommodate and feel each homeowner.
Yep. And the one big thing that we've learned over the past couple of years is the virtual side of being able to go look in the home, look at all the pictures is really key, but understanding that staging plays a big role into that, because as we go more virtual, a buyer needs to be able to see themselves in the home, and staging is a great way to do that.
And to the marketing point, Cameron's age doesn't shop the way my age shops. So,
and describe that a little bit for us.
Old, young, internet, like man on the street. Feel it and touch it. And this generation will take a risk and buy online.
Absolutely. And I agree with the staging aspect of it, in that our job as realtors, as marketers, is to get people from offline into the home.
Absolutely.
And I've gone so far as to stage a home for 3 hours just because we had a multi-generation situation and they couldn't live in the staged furniture. But we moved the staging in the morning. We shot from 12 to 4. We moved the furniture out by dinner, and just so the home would have the most online eye appeal, right? Call it sex appeal, call it what you want. But your job is to draw people from online into the home so they can make a buying decision. Now, if you can keep the staging there for the buying decision in the home, I find that's very key, because, correct me if I'm wrong, people aren't very creative when it comes to touring a home.
No, seeing a house and seeing it the correct way is the hardest part of the home buying process for some buyers.
Right. Do you find when people walk in, again, sometimes virtual, sometimes in person, we'll talk different generations, are buyers visual, or do they need to be steered by a really good buyer's agent? Not steered, but coached into what is the potential for a home?
In my opinion, if the buyer walks in and moves forward, that you have drawn them in. If they just stand at the door, no good.
And I think it really comes down to the expertise of the buyer's agent to help point them in the different features in the house that they're really looking for. So there's a reason that you got the agent and the buyer in the house. Now focus on those few things that they really liked in the house and show them why this is the right house for them, or what features they're really finding in a house that they didn't expect that they saw online versus in person.
Or how to improve the house.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
One of my favorite questions, I got this from a coach many years ago, is how do you see yourself using this space?
Yeah.
And you can ask that question in a kitchen.
Yep.
Now, it might seem pretty obvious how they expect somebody to use a kitchen, but some people don't cook. Some people just microwave. Some people are going to throw, a party for 45 people. And you don't really know your client, your buyer client, until they're in that home. You see the light bulb go off in their eyes when they walk in the door. This house has some potential. Don't tell them it's a great party house if they're an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Ask them how they're going to use the house, and then let them talk themselves into the house and then coach them through. You talked about houses falling out of contract. Why are you experiencing or seeing, or what do you think the market's seeing in terms of why homes are falling out?
Well, I think we saw over the past 2 years that buyers were getting into houses and they were grabbing at everything they could. So they were putting in offers that maybe were overstretching their financial bounds or reaching in a certain area that they weren't really prepared for. So some buyers still in the market are reaching just because they want to get a house under contract and they've been searching for so long and they're ready to do it. And then they get there and see that price tag or see that earnest money or see details behind the house and like, maybe this isn't the right home for me, and they slow down their process. So we've gone from 2 years of everybody sprinting to get to that under contract, and now people are taking a little bit more time understanding that this is a large financial commitment. I need to be in the right mindset to do this.
And
So
before it was like a gamble. I want to win the bid. And when reality sets in, well, maybe I didn't.
Right. You were willing to pay $50,000 over appraisal or waive the inspection because you just needed a place to live.
Yeah.
Right. And now with the interest rate shift, someone who was shopping 800 is now shopping 650. But they were used to shopping 800 in March, and those were pretty nice homes. 650, it's a different price point, different offering. And they've got to mentally sit into, okay, this is my new reality.
Yep.
I'm still blessed with first world problems. It's a beautiful house. It's Denver, right? But it's going to be a different house than the one I dreamt about.
And that's all about slowing down the process. So walking that 800 house the same speed you would that 650, but showing the key differences and really getting that buyer to slow down and know that going under contract is a big step.
It is a big step. And I think, making a multi-million-dollar decision, like when you look at a 30-year mortgage, that's what you're paying. Like when you're looking at that decision, that's key, that's clutch. And now what I like is the fact that people actually have time to breathe and think about it.
Yeah.
And in marketing, we now have an opportunity to actually use all of our tools and all of our systems and all of our playbook. Whereas before, you maybe got to the second page of your playbook for marketing and the house is sold.
Yep.
You're like, well, I didn't even get to impress you with pages 3 through 10.
It was a good problem to have when things are selling too quickly. But yes.
Yeah, it was. So what are you seeing days on market right now? I mean, that's different for different price points, but what are you seeing change in the market? What should sellers expect when they go to market? Am I going to go under contract in 2 hours, or is it going to take me 60 days?
60.
So to bear with that one, we're in the luxury market. So luxury products are going to sit longer. A luxury product will normally sit over 24 days is the current market. If we knock it down into the 750 range, which used to be the edge of luxury for Denver, is no longer the edge of luxury. You're still on days on market around 12 to 15. That can come down the lower you go, but as you go higher, those days on market are going to creep up. But ultimately, if you're priced at the right point, the house will move.
So when you're sitting on the market for 21 days, who's coming in on day 24 that's buying the house? Is it someone that's new to the Denver market? Is it someone that just was kind of on vacation the past 3 weeks? What's the fourth week buyer that wasn't there week 1? Is it someone trying to do a price reduction? What should someone expect?
I wouldn't expect someone to come in with an immediate price reduction. What I would understand is a lot of these buyers that have been sitting there waiting or are in the market now are used to the house going off the market in the first weekend. Some of them are hesitant and saying, if this is the right house, I'll wait a week or two and make sure it's the right house. I'll go look at it twice. I'll go look at it 3 times. So while it might be the buyer coming in with the offer on the 4th week, that might not be the first time they've seen the house. And then again, there's always people going on vacation. We're in July right now as filming this. So we all know summer in July, but you're just slowing down the process a little bit and giving buyers more time to think about it.
And people buying luxury are sophisticated. So sophisticated buyers with a sophisticated process, they're going to take a little bit longer. We're out of time, 10 minutes. Thank you so much. How can people reach you if they want to reach out and get more expert home advice?
Yeah, the easiest way to reach us is to go to the website. Go to the website first, corken.co, or you can reach Lori or I 303-858-8003. We're more than happy to any way we can, and then assist on any side of the deal.
Yeah.
Excellent. And if you want to reach me, Rick Janson, cell phone is 303-589-2320, or you can go to rickjanson.com, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like it wherever you see it, sign up for our newsletter, etc. All right. Have a great day and look forward to sharing more information. Thank you, Lori and Cameron, for your time.
Thank you, Rick.